an interesting part? Well, the interesting part is maybe when a program is fulfilled according to what God has done. Maybe okay. Examples are the freelance orientation, the retreats, and even the just completed outreach. So once we saw that okay, this is what the Lord has said, and he actually did his work. And another part again, my friend was is seeing men grow. Like those that have been trusting the Lord for, you can see great change in their lives.
My most interesting part is doing service, doing sisters weekend programs, sisters meetings, and then doing service.
Your others?
Okay, I'll say the meetings. Yeah, I didn't know that a lot of detail. Like I had an idea, but like I didn't know the level of detail that went into the process of actually having Sunday service, Wednesday meetings, Thursday meetings, retreat, outreach, so all these things. So I found that really interesting. It's like you are a kind of, definitely in the spiritual part, you're kind of like an event organizer also, something like that. So I find that an interesting part.
My most interesting part is probably meetings when I have to see my people's face again. And I will play. Basically, I'm kind of a very physical person, so when I get to see their face, kind of interesting time, and times that we do programs. Actually, everything is really interesting so far.
The others?
Oh, my most interesting part, I'd say, okay, our meetings are interesting. Well, being a committee member, that's another one. And also, getting to relate with my fellow executives, it has been so wonderful. And yeah, those were my interesting times, and much more that I can't even remember now.
The others?
Okay, during my Christmas.
All of the parts are interesting and at the same time tedious. So I can't really say they were interesting, but maybe the time I would say that okay, I don't know interesting parts, but they'll be. I don't have an interesting part. I don't think of not an interesting part. But every aspect of this, I think I already said meeting now. So let's just say meeting sharp. Meeting time is the interesting part. Or okay, this is once the executives are together and then we are not like meeting, but all of us actually talking and farming. Will be entering each other, so we will collect. God, those times those are actually interesting. That we don't even look at okay hierarchy, coordinator. So everybody actually one mind, and everybody just starts saying things that this is something to touch you too. So that might be the interesting part.
My most interesting part. Why serving as Sunday school? I would say that. So my most interesting part is all the relationship Sundays. Yes, that is my most interesting part because those relationship Sundays, they are full with a lot of mystery that are eye-opening. That's the most interesting part.
My most interesting part was serving as an executive. Well, I don't know. Everything's actually interesting. Like it was a fun ride. I don't know if others will see it that way, but to me, in all honesty, it was like a fun ride for me. And from the Sunday service to ministrations and everything.
My most interesting part serving as an executive. People like evaluations like that. Most interesting part. I would say the time that maybe when the whole everywhere is not tense, even among the executive, everyone is being free and jovial and laugh, even from the coordinator to every other member that you may think that they may be strict. So when people are very free among themselves and vulnerable with themselves at specific times, I think those are the most interesting part. But when everywhere is tense, everywhere can go sideways. But then, so I would say that's my most interesting part.
Well, actually, all parts are interesting. Nonetheless, there is one I wait almost every time, and that is exposing because it's in-house. You get to see everyone like just the way they are, and you get to hear mappings just the way they are. No trying to, you just be as free as possible and just as a family.
Right, our meetings, and when God uses 24 little people to accomplish something really great. 24 people and other people actually, saying that there is so much that the Lord can do with yielded vessels. Saying that today you see so little of what will be needed to accomplish that mission, and then tomorrow you just see the Lord do miraculous things very, very wondrously.
The most interesting part is during the ESCO meeting, the reviews, the laugh, the joy, the bond. Yes, let me just put it down here. Yes, ESCO meetings.
Okay, the most interesting part I've had, we have a lot. I have a lot, but can just say when I'm in the midst of my project, it's kind of amazing.
What's your other?
Oh my God, that's a very beautiful question. The most interesting part was when we have to pray and share burdens together. And sometimes decisions where we have to when someone just say, I received this, and many people are confirming that single over and over again. I really love those plans, and they are really awesome to me.
The most interesting part should be the executive meeting every Saturday, Saturday and Sunday. Executive meeting generally, all our meetings.
The most interesting part, actually, I would say maybe ESCO's meeting when we are discussing together, and also anytime I'm in my unit meeting, it's a wonderful time.
What would I say? Alright, my most interesting parts. I would say, yeah, sometimes bonding with my co-executive members. Then we have to laugh together and share some things together. Sometimes we have to go through this particular subject matter. And then the ESCO is always enlightening.
Most interesting part, I would say ESCO's meeting, probably worship session during ESCO's meeting, and ladies meeting out there. My meeting, I feel wonderful. The Lord bless me so wonderfully members. Then every evening I'm reading lessons to you myself. That's so consider and yeah, I'm very special.
Okay. I think my most interesting part while serving as an executive is, or still serving as an executive, is I would say unit meetings. Getting to see different personalities and different acts of service to God during unit meetings, during the ESCO's retreat, the first ESCO's retreat, and then the other ones, and then the meetings so far.
So there are actually many interesting parts from working with different set of people, and majorly I would say our meetings are always the most interesting when we share the burdens together, when we laugh together, when we smile together. And the most memorable one I can talk about is when we had our executive retreat. It was time that we all forgot our worries. We were there just in the presence of God, learning, how to become and a whole lot of things. And we're sharing, like minds together, singing together, and all those things together. We feel like we became like brothers and sisters, like real brothers and sisters. That we never knew that we are from different parents. So that was like the most interesting one I could say.
The most interesting part, Jesus. Most interesting part. Should I say that during meetings? During ESCO's meetings, yes, during ESCO's meetings, like after we've prayed, and while we were, discussing, like I found like it's always interesting to me, yes, during meetings.
Interesting. Okay. The most interesting part is when everybody is together and the atmosphere is just different from, the atmosphere is just filled with joy, and then when everybody is together and the atmosphere is filled with joy. So those moments are always very interesting for me.
My most interesting part, I would say, are moments of retreats, meetings, because it's always refreshing and loving. Yeah.